Toward the end of her day in London, Mrs. Drover went round to her shut-up house to look for several things she wanted to take away. Some belonged to herself, some to her family, who were by now used to their country life. It was late August. It had been a steamy, showery day. At the moment the trees down the pavement glittered in an escape of humid yellow afternoon sun. And against the next batch of clouds, already piling up ink-dark, broken chimneys and parapets. A cat wove itself on the roof, but no human eye watched Mrs. Drover's return. The caretaker of her house must not yet be back, and she was anxious to see how the house was.
I was born in East Virginia, North Carolina.
Dead air came out to meet her as she went in. There were some cracks in the structure left by the last bombing, on which she was anxious to keep an eye. She stopped dead and stared at the whole table. On this lay a letter addressed to her, with the day's date.
Dear Kathleen, you will not have forgotten that today is our anniversary, on the day we said. The years have gone by at once, slowly and fast. In view of the fact that nothing has changed, I shall rely upon you to keep your promise. I was sorry to see you leave London, but was satisfied that you will be back in time. You may expect me, therefore, at the hour arranged. Until then, Kate.
Now that she would see him again, she felt so much the change in her own face that she sent to the mirror. She was confronted by a woman of 44, with eyes starting out. She had not put on any more powder since she left the shop where she ate her solitary tea. Mrs. Drover's most normal expression was one of controlled worry, but of assent. Since the birth of the third of his little boys, attended by a quite serious illness, she had had an intermittent muscular flicker to the left of her mouth. But in spite of this, she could always sustain a manner that was at once energetic and calm. Her mind drifted to a different afternoon.
Cole, you're going away such a long way.
Not as far as you think.
I don't understand.
You don't have to.
But that was, suppose.
I shall be with you. It will be sooner or later. You don't have to do nothing but wait.
That cut of the button on the palm of her hand was, principally, what she was to carry away.
What shall I do, Mom? What shall I do? He's gone. No.
Don't worry. Here, take this.
Who in London knew she meant to call at the house today? Letters dropped in at doors of deserted houses do not fly or walk to tables in halls. It was possible that she was not alone now. She might be being waited for downstairs, waited for until the hour arranged. Miss Drover had to run. The telephone didn't work. She had to look for a taxi and run back to her mother's house. The street was deserted. She would have to run to the corner until reaching the avenue and take the first cab she could find.
After all this time, you brought me a present? My dear, do you really think that would work for me?
The lover's face is clearer now. He's older than before. His eyes lost all the shine and his hopes to own her are gone. In his own sick way, he loved her. He traumatized her enough. She waited for this day because she knew he was coming back. He will never forget her, nor the day her head became a broken watermelon.
Suppose. Choquéate.
Sí, choqué.
Ciérrale, ciérrale. Michelle.
Sí, ¿y por qué no le...?
Ciérrale, Michelle. Or they say, are over, motherfucker. Lo siento.